All right, folks, let's take a look at today's skill, which is comparison, which is one of the three main types of historical reasoning skills that this course develops. So let's talk about where it's used and how to go about building this really important skill. So our goal when comparing is to not only describe the similarities and differences between two events, developments, or processes, but we also want to explain those similarities and differences. We want to understand why these events have similarities and differences, which helps us create more complex arguments. As I said earlier, this is one of the three fundamental historical reasoning skills. This is often one of the first ways historians use to understand different events. Humans are always comparing things, and since historians are human, we're no exception. On the AP exam, this skill will show up in any of the different questions. Multiple choice questions often ask you to compare events, while short answer questions may have you explain similarities or differences. Each essay type, particularly, may use this historical reasoning skill as the basis upon which you connect the two stems we practiced earlier. So the steps towards mastering comparison are relatively straightforward. Step one is to brainstorm what you can about each event. You don't have to have every detail, but you should have enough that you can start to build your diagrams. Think about major connections over minor details. You want to be as clear and specific as possible. Step two is to place the similarities and differences into the Venn diagram. And step three is to move beyond description to explanation. Explain why the similarities and differences are significant. What do they tell us as historians? So let's practice with a topic you won't have learned about yet, but it's coming soon. And then you'll practice on your own with a more familiar topic. So let's go through the similarities and differences between the Federalists and Democratic Republicans from 1792 to 1824. So here I've got my Venn diagram with my Federalists and my Democratic Republicans. Here's all the things I sort of brainstormed about the Federalists, their politics or politically and economically. Here's all the things I brainstormed about Democratic Republicans. And here in the center are the things that they have in common or the similarities. Next, I will try to figure out a reason for the similarities. This is where I'm expanding my argument to the why and how. And then I'm also going to do the same thing for differences, okay? So now it's your turn to practice here and click on the Canvas assignment and see what you can do. We're going to practice this skill a whole lot, so don't worry if you don't master it the first time. We're going to keep going, okay? All right, do your best. Have fun.